But like I said before, full credit to Mystic Sensation for this story that they broke with the whistleblower. Alright, I encourage everybody to go and subscribe immediately to Mystic Sensation and watch the full version. Floyd, how are you doing? Watch the full version of this video that I'm about to react to. It's called SSL Hiroshima. And my goodness, it was definitely a bomb. A bomb of epic proportions. The stuff that was revealed. The stuff that was proven in a lot of capacities if you're listening very carefully and watching the information. Yes? So that's why we're here today, ladies and gentlemen. So please go ahead and make it a point of duty to go and subscribe to Mystic Sensation. Byron and his wife, big up themselves. Great work. Let's get into the content, ladies and gentlemen. And remember to hit the like button, share the live. And of course, there is a donation option for those that want to donate to the platform that sees the work that we're doing and is kind enough to pretty much put their money where their mouth is to support the platform. You get me? And listen, I really appreciate those that join us and share the live with 10 people and hit the like button. Trust me, you are much appreciated on this platform. All right, let me tell you, in case you did not know, I really appreciate that. You guys are the fuel and the engine, right? You are the engine, the fuel, the mechanism that pushes this platform. All right, so again, the donation links, the name of the Cash App, Nightbot drops information periodically in the live chat. The Cash App is DH, not money sign DH7220, and there is a anonymous link. Well, with the anonymous link, what I like about the anonymous link is that, ladies and gentlemen, your donation will be highlighted in real time as you make it while I am doing content. So when I'm doing content and you donate, my good people, if you donate using the anonymous link, you will hear something like this. Let me just give you an example of one of them. All right, replay. Yeah, let's go. Turn up.
State average 56 tipped $100. Happy V-Day and happy Family Day.
Get it. Turn me up. So that's one of my donators' stated average. This is another one right here. Yeah, let's go. Turn up on the donation.
Andre W tipped $50. Donation for CP3 10-min flight with no parachute.
Turn me up. And that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. If there's somebody in the chat that you guys want to fly out of the chat, there's a $50 US clap for that. All right, anybody at all. If this person is just, you just don't want to see them typing in the chat for whatever reason, yeah. You send $50, I kick him out of here. All right. But anyway, that's what I just wanted to show you that day. And if you want to make a comment that adds value to what I'm talking about, or you want to give your commentary, even if you want to show a labor right, hey, the anonymous link is right there. And if you want to bring back somebody that was clapped, it's the same $50. All right, let's get into the content. Yeah. Now, Mystic Sensation. This is where I'm going to start right here. So I'm not even going to speed it up that much because I really want us to hear. I don't want us to miss anything. Let's go.
Now, here it is, my Jamaican people. Nigel Clarke here. The fraud at Stocks and Security Limited is of public interest. The Financial Investigation Division has reported that the fraudulent schemes are now estimated to have affected over 200 accounts, and the extent of the fraud exceeds 3 billion. It is over 4.5 billion, Nigel Clarke. Now, SSL was a boutique wealth management firm with assets that represented approximately 0.6% of consolidated financial sector assets. At the time the fraud came to public attention, SSL had custody of approximately 30 billion of client assets as a part of SSL's off-balance sheet portfolio. Even this information that Nigel Clarke said here is an obvious lie. Now, this is the lie that Nigel Clarke doubling to as it relates to transfers of local security. Listen to the lie, Jamaican people. Listen how heartless Nigel Clarke is. 2.2 transfer of local securities. Transfers began in September, and as at April 16, 2024, 1,000, bulletin point number 1, 1,230 clients' accounts totaling approximately 15.37 billion of local equity and fixed income securities were transferred to accounts specified by these clients. Blatant lie. Vicious lie. Vicious lie, Nigel Clarke and Andrew Holness cooked up right here. Bulletin point number 2, Jamaican dollar cash of approximately 665 million of 338 clients has been paid over to these clients. Another vicious lie. Therefore, a total of 16.35 billion, or approximately 70% of Jamaican dollar denominated assets in SSL off-balance sheet portfolio have now been transferred to clients. When we talk about wickedness, when we talk about evil, when we talk about lie, when we talk about the author of confusion, Satan is the author of confusion. Nigel Clarke, Andrew Holness is 100% satanic. Jamaican dollar denominated assets including Jamaican equity and fixed income securities and Jamaican dollar cash. For the remaining Jamaican dollar securities totaling 7.6 billion in value, the temporary manager is pursuing an agreement with a trust company for the en bloc transfer of these remaining Jamaican dollars assets, which will be held by trust company in custody of for clients. More details will be provided once this agreement is finalized. Another devious lie. But let us jump all across and get down to 4.0 SSL investigation. This is another lie coming from the pit of the dragon, the mouth of the dragon. As I mentioned in my opening budget presentation in March 2023 and again in March 2024, with respect to the investigation into SSL, the policy position of the government is that we will make available whatever resources are required to ensure a thorough and fair, complete and independent investigation. We will also leave no stone unturned, follow the evidence wherever it may lead, and seek international assistance. What Andrew Holness administration had done, had tampered with the SSL crime scene, had removed 5 laptops, shut down, suppressed the investigation, contaminated with the scene, allow SSL to operate after SSL is the nature of a crime scene. This is what Nigel Clarke is saying. That he will leave no stone unturned, follow the evidence wherever it may lead, and seek international assistance. On Nigel Clarke, if you were following the evidence, you'd have no release all the Jamaica Labour Party accounts in SSL.
Wanna hear that, people? Wanna hear that?
If you were following the evidence, you'd have no release all the Jamaica Labour Party accounts in SSL.
We have to stick a pin right there, sir. Ladies and gentlemen. All the Labour Party's accounts in SSL.
Out! Whoa! We need help, Jesus! Embarrassing! We need some milk!
No, if this is not a revelation, I don't know what is. How is it? How could it be that the JLP could have accounts in SSL and individuals in the JLP is coming out and capping, saying that the JLP has no involvement in SSL? No, you guys have to understand, you know, Mystic Sensation is an investigator, you know. Mystic Sensation is not going to put his reputation on the line and put out this information and says what he's saying if he doesn't have evidence. But this is the precursor of the evidence that he's going to show. Mighty God of Daniel. People, we need to pray. We need to pray. Just remember to hit the like button, alright? Let's continue.
We are going to touch that tonight. Nigel Clarke, if you were following the evidence wherever it may lead, you would have established all the Jamaica Labour Party accounts in SSL. This policy has been implemented as previous updated CLARKE Associate UK Limited, a renowned international investigation firm, was engaged to undertake an independent forensic audit to understand the facts relating to the fraud perpetrated at Stocks and Security Limited over the period of 2010 to 2023. The company was selected because it did not have any connection in Jamaica and because its vast experience given the complexity of the matter, the volume of transactions, the number of accounts held by clients, and the number of bank accounts held by SSL network of companies. The CLARKE team, working with the support of government agencies including the Fed and FSC, utilized technology, data analytics, and forensic expertise to produce what he called a comprehensive and independent report of its findings in November 2023. The CLARKE report has confirmed that the suspected fraudulent activity and mismanagement at SSL and its related parties were much broader than initially understood. With the benefit of this report, their own investigations, and through collaboration with other law enforcement agencies, the Fed has publicly reported that a file was submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for the consideration of criminal charges against individuals linked to the SSL network of companies and are the companies first one to the Proceed of Crime Act, Larceny Act, and Financial Sector legislations. The Jamaica Labour Party administration takes away, honey. Sit on this report. And the persons who are recommended to be charged, Jamaica today has no knowledge of none of the five are those who mentioned to be charged.
We have a pause right there, so that is significant. So this is the words of Nigel Clarke, you know, and the Ministry of Finance. So according to them, and I am screaming like Andre Stevenson and others and all the other vloggers, Mystic Sensation. Release the report. Release the report. Who are these people that were recommended to be charged? Right? And if you truly want transparency and you want justice, as a government, the Jamaican electorate, the ones that are going out to vote, you have to ask yourself the question: why are they hiding this report? Why is this report not put out already expeditiously? Can somebody explain that to me? I'm asking. I really want to know. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section. I'm still maintaining that until I see a Crow report, I don't believe a report was paid for, and I don't believe a report was done. I'm not taking no pussy, no back. Splash Digi, big up. If I don't see the Crow report released publicly, I don't believe that the Jamaica Labour Party, Nigel Clarke, and Andrew Owners even went to Crow to actually do a report. I haven't seen any documentation of such. I've only heard talk. But let's continue.
As it relates to what JLP administration is quite known for: holding and suppress the FinSac report, holding and suppress the CRAW report. This is what the Jamaica Labour Party has been known for. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we are long standing for and anticipating, we are going to get into the walls, the inner walls of SSL, speaking to the source. And the questions asked, and on myself, of editing, we are going to get into the walls, the inner walls of SSL.
Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support, support, support. The like button is free, heard?
Where Rattigan and myself will be speaking to the source. We want all persons to listen keenly
Anthony R, big up.
on the questions asked and how the source responded to the questions asked. Without any delay,
Sonia, big up.
let us get into that.
So people, you hear the man say, want to know if you listen keenly to how Rattigan and Mystic Sensation ask the source, an insider of SSL, somebody that worked in SSL, right? So, me I go turn up my headphone, me no know what there. Make sure so you have good volume power the phone, but at time for really pay close attention to the questions and answers of the source that worked in SSL, right? That Mystic and Rattigan interview. Let's go.
Interview.
All right. Yes, we are. It's a pleasure having you on. We have been in contact with a lot of people concerning this SSL saga, and we have received some pretty interesting information. And we were told that you might be a person with some information to assist us in trying to figure out what actually happened, because we don't believe that we're getting the full story, and we're just piecing stories together. And hopefully when we're finished interviewing all of the people that have come to us willingly or have been recommended to us, that we will have a better picture than what we are, than what's been painted by a lot of people and institutions, including the government. So to be clear, you're just one person of several persons that we are talking to try and find out what actually happened. So would you be kind enough to just tell us, because we don't know, just kind of tell us how, you know, how did you obtain information regarding SSL, and what information do you have?
Well, I worked there for a few years, and during that time there were control weaknesses that FSC was monitoring and wanted to be fixed. So we had a junior compliance officer working there at the time. But basically, he was just doing account opening inspections and such like. So nothing in detail, nothing serious. So I guess when the FSC came in, they requested that a more senior person come into the picture. When that person came in, we could see that there were changes in control and how things are processed. We never used to have anti-money laundering training before that person came in, and then that started as well. And some other procedural changes took place. For one, I know that some of the customer statements were in the names of wealth advisors, and that is something that was changed, and they all now were in the names of the customers, and our statements were being dispatched through the operations department.
Hold on then. So a change was done in their operation. Let us listen that again, because that sounds very important.
I know that some of the customer statements were in the names of wealth advisors.
Wealth advisors.
Were in the names of wealth advisors. And that is something that was changed, and they all now were in the names of the customers, and our statements were being dispatched through the operations department.
For those just coming in, ladies and gentlemen, this is a SSL whistleblower. If you heard at the first part of the audio, the individual said that they worked there for a few years. All right?
So that was a control that was implemented. Yeah, so that's it basically. What else is it that you want to know?
So are you saying that they never really had control mechanisms in place or oversight mechanisms in place before a certain time period? Like they didn't start out with this, because we're of the impression that they were being monitored, or at least there was some oversight done by the FSC. And it sounds to us as if you're saying that they really didn't have those control mechanisms in place. So are you saying, well, first of all, how can you run a business like that without control mechanisms? And the second thing is, are you saying that the FSC did not do its due diligence, did not do what it was required to do, a proper job to ensure that these mechanisms were in place and they were functioning?
Well, I would say that because based on what came out in the news, if they were monitoring and doing the proper oversight that they should have been doing, a lot of these things that came out with customer funds being missing and all of that wouldn't have happened.
Help, we hear the
We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys hear the question where RATTIGANN just asked the individual a while ago, and if the individual is saying RATTIGANN is accurate in his understanding of what they were saying, which means if all of that is true, the FSC is liable to all of the individuals that lost their money. Well, let me take that back. The fact that they were operating and they did not have the proper relegations and things in place that they were now having them to have, right? Basically, there was some training done. They weren't in place. How were they operating in the first place? How did they, I'm confused. What?
Business like that without control mechanisms. And the second thing is, are you saying that the FSC did not do its due diligence, did not do what it was required to do, a proper job?
Right. So the FSC did not do what it is mandated to do. That means the government at that time would be responsible. Right? That's exactly what they said.
Ensure that these mechanisms were in place and they were functioning.
Well, I would say that because based on what came out in the news, if they were monitoring and doing the proper oversight that they should have been doing, a lot of these things that came out with customer funds being missing and all of that wouldn't have happened.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
If the reporting structure was there as well, for them to see any changes in reporting figures or things like that, then that would be a trigger. But I'm not so clear still how they came into the picture in the first place. What was it that caused them to come in? Was it that somebody made a report? But I saw them after it came out in the news, and they came back to review whether the weaknesses that were identified were corrected. Yeah, I noticed them around the place during that time, meeting with the person who was in compliance at the time.
And based on what you've heard or your first-hand knowledge, I just want to get your opinion on how was SSL run? Was it a smooth, well-oiled, functioning machine, or was it something that was like, I would say, a patty shop where you didn't have proper procedures and people were doing things that under normal circumstances would seem prohibited, almost criminal, to be honest with you? How would you describe the functioning of SSL?
Well, what I observed was there was a close link between the owners, that would be the CEO and the chairman. The JLP, I think, they were in power for during that time, and there was a close link between them. And I overheard a conversation actually.
People can't just pass that in a Bridget. Can't just pass. When man say what with the person, I mean, I talk about man, I mean, even if a man or a woman. What the individual say while like wrestling, are you doing, love?
There was a close link between the owners, that would be the CEO and the chairman. The JLP, I think, they were in power for during that time, and there was a close link between them. And I overheard a conversation actually regarding a JLP account and some misappropriation of funds from that account by.
We get it. You don't really want your kids watching videos.
The person should be the treasurer.
You know, I just realize, people, we can make the audio a little bit louder. So make me do that. Make me do that, yeah? Yeah, man, me need to make the audio stand out more, because that person they talk very softly, you know. Make the audio stand out more. Alright? Yeah. Alright, so make we check it out now.
What I observed was there was a close link between the owners, that would be the CEO and the chairman. The JLP, I think, they were in power for during that time, and there was a close link between them. And I overheard a conversation actually regarding a JLP account and some misappropriation of funds from that account by the person should be the treasurer for that party.
And when you say misappropriation of funds committed by a person who was the treasurer of the party, two things. One is, to be sure, you're saying that the Jamaica Labour Party had an account at SSL. Is that so?
Yeah, they have more accounts. They have more than one account there.
The person was the treasurer at the time. That person, there was how do you describe it? How did you describe it? I want to use your words. How did you describe it?
Well, what I observed and heard, in a conversation, was that funds were leaving the account to go overseas to pay for tuition fees or university fees.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them all there.
Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me go to Portland. Why me travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman. What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
That a part 1.